Okay, good morning history buffs, history lovers. Nandito tayo ngayon sa may market. Kakababa lang natin sa isang P2P bus. So kinarga ko muna yung bus, yung bisikleta sa bus. So ang destination natin ngayon ay papunta tayo ngayon dun sa Guadalupe River Ferry Station. And ang magiging episode natin for today sa HistoryXBike ay ang Pasig River or ang Old Pasig River. So babaybayin natin yung Ilog Pasig ngayon. And bago natin simulan yung ating episode, huwag kalimutan mag-like, mag-share, and mag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel. And this is HistoryXBike. Our episode for today is the Pasig River. So babaybayin lang natin to hanggang sa marating natin yung south bank ng Pasig River. So ito ay well, I think medyo naging fuzzy na yung area na to ng Makati at Taguig. So hindi ko na sure kung parte pa nga ba siya to ng Makati or ng Taguig, kasi nagpasa ng ruling ngayon yung Supreme Court at yung mga ilang parte ng Makati, dating Makati, itong mga Embo, Rembo, Sembo, Pembo, Kumembo ay iginawad na nila sa Taguig. So parte na ng Taguig yun. Dati siyang parte ng Makati pero naging parte na ng Taguig. Parang as of last year yun. Yan. So dediretso lang natin to hanggang mabaybay natin yung south bank ng Pasig River. Dito sa may bandang kaliwa yung Pasig River Guadalupe Station. Base sa nasabi lang din sa akin is libre ngayon yung sakay sa Pasig River Ferry. Nakatanaw na siya. So sana merong nung ferry na medyo maaga-aga ngayon or malapit dito sa oras na datingan natin siya. And saglit lang din yan para makarating siya sa Maynila. Kabila ng Pasig River, north bank ng Pasig River yan. Daming mga barge, cargo barge. So merong bagong initiative ngayon, gagawing esplanade yung buong length ng Pasig River. Mga around 23 to 25 kilometers yon. At bawat bank South Bank, yung North Bank gagawing esplanade yan. So i-relocate yung mga nakatira dito sa gilid ng ilog at pagagandahin nila itong Pasig River. So ayan, natatanaw na natin yung malaking sa bridge sa Guadalupe. Then ito yung North Bank ng Pasig River. Ayun, ito nga pala, meron akong ikikwento na parang folktale na hango rin sa El Filibusterismo ni Dr. Jose Rizal regarding dyan sa origins nung pangalan ng lugar na yan, itong barangay Buwayang Bato. So dun sa nakwento ni Dr. Rizal sa El Filibusterismo, meron daw isang incheck Chino na hindi siya naniniwala sa Kristyanismo or sa Catholicism, at isang beses na lumangoy daw siya dito sa Pasig, lumangoy siya sa Pasig River. Eh nung panahon na yon, panahon ng Kastila, before pa nung panahon ng Kastila, itong Pasig River ay pinamamahayan yan ng mga buhaya. So inatake ng buhaya yung Chino, yung incheck. At naligtas lang daw siya nung siya ay nagdasal kay San Nicolas. So natigil yung pag-atake daw ng buhaya sa kanya. So isa yan doon sa mga folklore na kinabibilangan nitong Pasig River. At nandito pa rin siya dahil dyan sa pangalan na yan, yung Buwayang Bato. Nung pagkatapos daw magdasal ng Chino kay San Nicolas, yung buwaya, yung crocodile ay naging bato daw. So ayan yung isa sa etymology ng lugar na yan, ng Buwayang Bato. So malapad din siya, no, ang Pasig River. Mga around nasa 30 meters yan yung lapad niya, around 100 feet. So maraming crossings dito sa ilog ng Pasig, mula dito sa eastern side niya sa may Napindan, sa may Taguig, hanggang dun sa dulo niya malapit sa bunganga niya. Ang last na river crossing doon is yung Delpan. So sakay na tayo sa ferry. Siguro sa may bandang likod na lang. There are a lot of theories and myths that have attempted to explain how Pasig got its name. Among all these explanations, the one offered by anthropologist Dr. E. Arsenio Manuel probably is the most interesting. Based on his analysis, the word Pasig was the combination of two monosyllabic root bases. The pas, which means fast flow of water, as in paspas, and ig, which is the Magindanaoan word for water.
The latter is also part of some common Filipino words that are related to water, like tubig and igib. Therefore, it can be said that Pasig might have been used by our ancestors to refer to the fast flow of water and, eventually, the fast-flowing river itself. Pre-colonial settlements in Luzon called polities lived along this 25-kilometer stretch of water that connects Laguna de Bay to Manila Bay. And together with the polities of Tondo, Maynila, and Sapa, also known as Namayan, there's also the settlement of Pasig from which its name is derived. As we are well familiar with, these settlements have been powerful at their own right with their own political structure, relations, wealth, and trade. The most notable here is the Tondo historical polity located in the northern part of Pasig River, which is even written at the oldest historical record of the Philippines, the Laguna copper plate inscription. During the Spanish colonial period, on the same river docked the revolutionary Manila galleon trade. The exchange of valuable resources coming from East Asia and the West, which placed the Philippines at the center stage of global maritime history from the 15th to the 18th century. Going past the Fort Santiago, these magnificent ships dock along the Pasig River, specifically by the Customs House or Aduana or the Intendencia in Intramuros. For the first time in history, this 250-year of maritime trade opened to the world to a larger expanse of wealth, which easily turned Manila into one of the greatest entrepôts of its time, together with the diversity of culture, resources, and race. Duck ponds. There was a time when ducks found the waters of Pasig River clean enough to drink and bathe in. In fact, a community of duck raisers is said to have blossomed from the banks of the river. The business thrived for many decades, specifically in the areas of Pinagbuhatan and Kalawaan, where many families relied on ducks for their bread and butter. Sadly, it was the duck industry that took the biggest hit when the Pasig River deteriorated. Starting in the mid-1960s, river snails, sambuele, which were eaten by ducks, became scarce. So was the unpolluted water necessary for these ducks to thrive. One by one, duck raisers abandoned their business. And just like that, the industry that once provided thousands of Pasigueños with livelihood bid a final farewell. Houseboats. Anyone who has seen an old photograph of Pasig River should know what a casco looked like. It's a flat-bottomed boat with a roof made of split bamboo or rattan. This traditional Filipino watercraft was used to carry freight and passengers throughout Manila and nearby provinces. Little known, however, was that these boats also became home to thousands of Filipino families who spent all their lives in the river. In his 1919 book, Interesting Manila, the American writer George A. Miller gives us a glimpse of how these river people made use of their floating houses. Over 15,000 people lived on the cascos and lorchas that ply the waters of the river and its tributaries, all within the city limits. Thousands of children are born, grow, live, and die on these floating cargo carriers and never dream of any other world than that which floats about them and is towed from place to place. Coconut rafts. In the 19th century, people in Laguna and nearby provinces relied on Pasig River to transport their goods to Manila. They would usually fill their cascos with their produce, varying from rice, sugar, vegetables to wine, molasses, and baskets of fruits. Coconuts, however, were a lot heavier and came in larger quantities. A single casco was obviously not built to handle such cargo. Either they would deliver the coconuts via carabao carts or follow what others were already doing, make coconut rafts. After forming a circular raft, the coconuts would float across Laguna de Bay and down to the Pasig River. With the help of estuaries throughout Manila, the coconut rafts would easily reach the mills where they processed into coconut milk and coconut honey, among other products. However, these coconut rafts were not always reliable. In the end, it would all still depend on the weather. In 1906, for example, a strong typhoon in Laguna blew over the coconut rafts, scattering as much as 200,000 coconuts in the process. The original Pasig River Lighthouse. Built in 1846, the Pasig River Lighthouse was an important and iconic landmark for almost 150 years. Measuring 49 feet tall, the original farola featured both the Renaissance Revival and Victorian architectural styles. The five-story brick structure used to house a harpist, as revealed in the coffee table book Pasig River of Life. In the days of silent sail-powered ships, the arrival of a schooner or any important vessel was greeted with celestial classics. It was heavenly sound that permeated even the thick walls of the bastion of Santiago, the fort that guarded the river's mouth as the main garrison of Manila. In 1992, it was replaced with an architecturally simpler lighthouse. Elegant Spanish-era houses. Manila's canals and esteros used to be brimming with life. An endless line of cascos carrying freight and passengers populated the busy Pasig River, then considered the lifeline of the city. The city's elites also preferred to build their luxurious summer homes and gardens along the river. No less than the presidential palace, the Malacañang, was born on the banks of the river. Paul de la Grionnière, a French doctor who spent many years in the Philippines, chronicled in his best-selling 19th century travelogue some of the interesting observations he had of the fabled river. The newest and most elegant houses are built upon the banks of the river Pasig. Simple in exterior, they contain the most costly inventions of English and Indian luxury. Each house has a landing place from the river and little bamboo palaces serving as bathing houses to which the residents resort several times daily to relieve the fatigue caused by the intense heat of the climate. The elegant houses are no longer there, as the rich were replaced by the urban poor. Geographical landmarks. The third chapter of Jose Rizal's novel El Filibusterismo mentions several stories surrounding certain geographical features along the Pasig River during the Spanish colonial era, such as the Buwayang Bato, the Malapad na Bato, and Doña Jeromina's Cave. Doña Jeromina's Cave, according to legend, was built by the Archbishop of Manila as a sanctuary for his former lover. The cave is believed to be located in Barangay Pineda, Pasig, under the Bagong Ilog Bridge carrying Circumferential Road 5 between Pasig and Makati. Malapad na Bato. In Makati, a cliff along the river is known as Malapad na Bato, literally wide rock. which was considered to be sacred to the early Tagalog people as a home to spirits. After the Nuestra Señora de Gracia Church was completed in 1630, it eventually became a pilgrimage site for newly converted Christians, resulting in a decline in the importance of Malapad na Bato as a religious site. It was mentioned in El Filibusterismo that the sacred character of the site disappeared as fears of the spirits living there had disappeared after the cliff was inhabited by bandits. Buwayang Bato. The Buwayang Bato, literally crocodile rock, is a rock formation that allegedly resembled a large crocodile. In El Filibusterismo, the legend tells a story of a rich Chinese man who did not believe in Catholicism that boasted of not being afraid of crocodiles. One day, while trading on the river, the man was attacked by a large crocodile. It was said that after the Chinese man prayed to San Nicolas for mercy, the crocodile turned into stone. The rock formation is believed to be located at the southeastern shore of Mandaluyong in the namesake barangay of Buwayang Bato.
Alright, so tapos na yung ride natin dito sa Pasig River Ferry. Nandito na tayo sa bandang Jones Bridge. So dito lang yung bike. So hanggang dito lang natin tatapusin yung episode natin for History by Bike. And this is History by Bike, signing off from the Escolta River Ferry Station and also from the Jones Bridge. So thank you very much, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.